Well, hey there, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well with you and yours. I'm just here, guys, because I got a little something to say. Just a little something to talk about. Because, guys, it's sad. It's so sad to me that some, some of, uh, some of MA so-called supporters, it's how they can point fingers at different people who do commentary on MA's content, if you will. And they're just pointing fingers at all sorts of different folks, accusing them pretty much of all type of evil doing and things of that nature, but they refuse to open their eyes to see the evil that's coming. It's just leaking all out that woman's pores. They refuse to see that, and it's sad because they know that she goes after anybody she deems more vulnerable than herself. Older people, it doesn't matter. People with a mental disability or maybe even some physical disabilities. It's just sad for me to see that some of these so-called supporters of hers can't see what's right there before their eyes to see. But they'll be the first ones because they don't want to go over there and upset her little apple cart. They don't want to say anything that, I mean, you would think that this lady had the capacity or she had the capability of looking these supporters up, finding out their location, driving to their home, wherever it may be, and laying hands on somebody. This is the this is the thing that boggles my mind. It's like they can't sit there. I mean, I'm going to read the definition of a supporter, okay? I'm going to read it because apparently a lot of people aren't aware of what it means to be a supporter, okay? And it's very simple, it's very simple, but it's not. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, okay? It's kind of similar to a double-edged sword, okay? So let me go and I'm going to Google it. I'm just going to Google it. And if y'all hear that humming sound, guys, it's just a little space heater that I have running. So hopefully it's not drowning me out. You can hear me and maybe not it as much. But I Googled what is an example of a supporter, okay? In the Cambridge English Dictionary, it involves asking questions, listening, and then providing validation and the type of support a person needs, whether physical, closeness, or something else. That's just one definition, okay? Now this next one, it says to agree with to agree with and give encouragement to someone or something because you want him, her, or it to succeed. Okay. I like it. I like that. It's a lot, guys. You can go and just put it in your Because there's a lot of information surrounding being a supporter, right? But I I looked at a lot of definitions of it, but I didn't see where there was any definition saying anything that it was okay to support a person in their wrong, to support a person who is clearly living a foul life, okay? Doing things to injure other people, stealing people's property, whether it be homes, whether it be cars or trucks or vans or, you know, just doing things that would not please the Most High. So, why am I talking about all of this? Why? Let me take a little bit of this tea. I don't want it to get too cold on me, guys. Mm. Mm. Ooh, that's good. I also found me some peppermints. Paid 10 cents for a box of them. I guess because Christmas and all that is over. They wanted 10 cents for the box. I got 2 boxes. I like peppermint. Ain't got nothing to do with Christmas and none of that. I just like peppermint and the price was right. The price was right. So, why am I talking about supporters? Because one of her supporters, I guess it was one of her supporters, which it doesn't bother me per se. It doesn't really. Because I view it as, people who may just be of like mind as she is. You know. She ain't got all her marbles and they're probably missing a few of their own. Because if you can look and see what this woman is doing and how she's moving on these YouTube streets or wherever, and you, listen, God gave us something that's called gray matter up here, guys. And He gave us the ability to know right from wrong. Trick is, are you going to tap in? Are you going to tap in? To what side are you tapping in? Are you tapping into right or are you tapping into wrong? Are you comfortable with wrong? Or does wrong get under your skin as it do mine? It do mine. I'm going to tell you guys, listen, I've never been a self-proclaimed perfect any type of person, okay? I've made mistakes and tons of them. But it was through it all that I had to realize that if I want to live a hard life, just keep on messing up, Sharon. Just keep on making the same errors, and you know what they are. In your heart of hearts, when you are alone in that room by yourself, and everybody is nowhere to be found, and things start tick, tick, ticking in your mind about what you did an hour ago, what you did 24 hours ago, what you did 48 hours ago, what you did 72 hours. I mean, when you are all alone and you know the things that you have done was so not right. What do you do? What do you do? Because your world is crumbling bit by bit. So what do you do? Do you sit there and continue to go down that avenue that's been bringing you nothing but heartaches and pain? Or do you do a different thing? Okay? Listen, I grew up listening to these phrases that said if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Do I want to keep getting this cray-cray world that I've been participating myself in? Or do I want better? Do I want better? And if I wanted better, that meant that I had to do better. I had to be better. I had to fall on my face and go back to my roots, because remember, I told you, even though I wasn't always saved, I believe I was always under Almighty's umbrella. I was always there because my grandmother wasn't that type of lady. She wasn't no religious lady, but she was a spiritual lady, and her family was going to get to know the Creator if it was the last thing that she gave them. And let me tell you, my grandmother wasn't no punk. My grandmother, she ruled, and she did not play. And she got the respect from her entire family. From her entire family. We didn't play with that lady because we knew that she was covered in the blood, honey. And we knew that all she had to do was go in her room and shut her door and cry out to her father. And we knew that we had a licking coming. Maybe not by her, but we had a licking coming. And by God, we were going to get it. So I said that to say, we got to get it together. We can't sit around and keep condoning bad behavior. We can't do that. Whether we know it or not, time waits for no man. It just tick tock, tick 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 tock. It ain't waiting for nobody. It's moving right along. And if we keep adding up all these daggone negative things, adding that in our life basket, what do you think you're going to have to pull out almost at the end of your life? You have nothing but negative mess that you'll be pulling out of that basket because you never entered anything. You never once stopped, took notice, took a totality of the things, the errors that you made, the mistakes. You got to get this stuff and you got to put it in right in your face so you can understand, I won't be doing this again, that again. I'm not saying you're going to be moving forward in a perfect fashion because we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. As long as we're in this flesh body, there will be mistakes made. But the trick is, do I continue to make those same mistakes? Do I continue to make the same mistakes? So when I got up this morning, I seen a comment, and I don't put a lot of credence in it, but I'm saddened. I'm saddened in my heart, and I know when it's appointed for us to get what we need to get when it's our time to get it. I get all of that. Now, unless this was some young child who left this comment on my channel, and I welcome everybody. I welcome the comments, but some comments I have no clear understanding of. I just really don't understand what it is that's in their minds, only to say that they're probably of the same mind as MA is. This is why they can come and say the things that they say to me. Which I welcome everybody. I want you to speak freely about how you feeling, but some things you say to me, you expose yourself to me, and anybody else who lay eyes on what it is you're saying, you expose yourself, whether you realizing that or not. Because anybody who can condone that behavior got to be somebody who's in that behavior their own selves, is all I'm saying. Anybody who can condone her behavior. And some people might look at what I say over here and the things that I say over here and how I say it. And I mean it when I say I don't want to go in a vein. I really mean that. Because that's not what this is all about. This is all about maybe each one teaching one. I've said that many times before on the channel. Okay, many a times I've said that. A long time ago. If you want to go and research, it's there. Okay? But I really, really shudder to think, how is it that they are thinking, some of her supporters and they supporters can honestly believe that I'm out here trying to be messy in her life. No, I'm speaking on the things that she's putting on a public forum. I'm speaking on the things that she's speaking and doing on a public forum for the world to see. Anybody who take a look and see. So maybe, so MA supporter, maybe you might want to run on over there and tell her to stop exposing so much of her madness. If she, if she didn't put it out there, we wouldn't be none the wiser about it. But she put it out there. So go on over there, but then again, you won't do that because, again, that goes back to her being able to get into her vehicle. Because if you want to say to her, listen, Adrian, why do this have to go that way? Or why do you feel like you need to be doing things in this manner? You act as though if you said that to her, your entire world will come crashing down because of all this aggression. This girl, and in my mind, she's a peon. She's trying to project that tough girl image. I don't see her out there scrapping with nobody. I don't see her doing that. Now, I've been in scraps when I was a young girl. I've been even an older girl. I've been in, I'm telling you, listen, I've not always lived the life I'm living now. Even though I was brought up in the family that believed in Most High, I went out there to see what was on the other side. You know, sometimes, you know, the grass on the other side look greener. We want to go and see how greener it is. So yeah, that was me. But they are some of these so-called supporters of hers. They are so petrified to speak truth to the lies. So petrified. They would rather give her a million gazillion passes. Keep on being funky, but let somebody say something that they don't like, that's not there over there on her channel, but on their own channel. They want to come moseying on. Instead of handling business over there with her, they want to come to other people's platform and try to, because the comment, that's what I was getting to. I got a little sidetracked. Y'all know my mind be skip-scopping and bopping every which way. But she said, the person, it might have been a he, I don't know, he or she, I don't know. But they said that I could not wait to get healed. I couldn't wait to get healed so I can come back and be messy. I'm like, what? What? Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and perpetrate no kind of fraud. I probably have said some things, and it's a lot of times and I'm not making excuses, it's just the fact of the matter. I'll say things to bring laughter, okay? Like, like I'm making fun of. But that's my way of not going in too deep. Like I know I could if I wanted to, but I don't believe that's what I want to do at all. But the person was like, yeah, you couldn't wait to heal so you can come back to be messy. But this channel is not about messy. This channel is trying to be about uplifting, each one teaching one, you know. Now, it's not my fault that the person you're supporting can't get it through their nugget. They just want to be out here being reckless. They're comfortable with that. You know, and it's nothing that sometimes it's nothing that anybody can do or say. People just have to keep bumping their heads on the wall. And sometimes they still may not get a clue. You know? And that's just the way that MA seems to me. That she's just out here on purpose aiming to see how reckless she can become. And it's sad to witness. It's really sad to witness from one woman looking at another woman, you know, not getting what they need to be getting as far as, you know, you done did ABC for 15 years. ABC. When are you going to move on DEF? You just keep doing ABC, because you really hoping and praying that ABC is going to get you to the end goal, a positive end goal or outcome for your life. But why is it taking so many years for you to understand that ABC not working for you? It's time to move on. DEF, go move on. DEF. So for the person who wrote that comment, that's fine. But then try to go over there and help that sister out. Try to go over there and help that sister chart a new course in her life. Because baby, when I tell you that's a daggone shipwreck, it's been in the making for years. That's a shipwreck. And that girl, and I say girl, I know she's 52, but somewhere she's still that girl. She's not progressing at all. And it's okay with you guys, it seems like. The ones who would write those messages to me. It's okay. But you don't want to try to go help this person who apparently you done told yourself you're either in love with, or you admire, or who you're just a fan, or whatever she means to you. If someone means that much to you, aren't they worth a little bit of constructive criticism? Aren't they worth that much if they mean something to you? Shouldn't you want to go over there and say, sis, no daggone funny business over here. I'm not trying to, low rate. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to, but I need to say something to you. What you doing and what you've been doing, it's not working for you. Why don't you go do something different, regroup? First of all, if you are a person of faith, I would think this would be an easy thing for you to do. Not to tell somebody what to do, but just to help them to see maybe some errors of the ways. Because sometimes we don't see our stuff. Sometimes we have a hard time seeing ourselves. And sometimes it takes somebody on the outside looking in to be able to see what the heck is going on. We may not have all the apples in the barrel, but we can see some of that nest. So why not go and try to be that type of, because you coming over here to my channel saying that I'm couldn't wait to get back out here to be messy. And see, one thing about me is, even though I know I can say a thing and I can try to make it sound humorous, because I keep that's in that way I remind myself not to go into that thing, because I'm not here to do any harm. If I can't help, I don't want to hurt, kind of thing. But I'm going to still say what I want to say, as far as if a thing looking ugly. If a thing is ugly. Not her being ugly. If a thing is being ugly. A thing that's being said and done is looking and seeming ugly to me. I don't have a problem. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And if you were any kind of friend at all, supporter, whatever you want to classify yourself as, you would be doing the same thing. I'm just saying. You would be doing the same thing. You would let her know, listen, I'll be here. You can tell her if you want. I'll be your #1 fan if you want me to. I'll help you in any way I can if you feel like you can do that. But be honest. Be honest. Don't let people walk around thinking that the things that they're doing, that you sitting back watching and you seeing it. And you know in your heart of hearts it's not right. But you going to let her or him think that, okay, you good, ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep doing you, sis. Keep doing you. I would think that you're not really a real true friend. I wouldn't want a friend like that. I need a friend to be a friend. Because again, we can't sometimes see our own errors. Sometimes it takes people sitting back to see what it is they need to see. Okay? But we got to be honest. If we call ourselves caring about a person, we got to speak truth to them lies. We have to. I mean, come on. Turn that around onto yourself. I'm talking to the person who left me that comment. If you had some friends, now you know what your idea of a true friendship is all about. Now, if you had a friend who sat back and watched you make tons and tons and tons of mistakes and errors, and not once open their mouth and say, sis, let me just have a conversation with you. I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no harm. But I'm seeing things that's been going on in your life, and I'm seeing the choices that's been made, and I'm seeing the outcomes of the choices. I think it's a better way to handle things. I would love to have a person to come to me. As a matter of fact, this is what has happened to me in my life. People have said things to me that jerked me. I'm like, oh. But guess what? I appreciate it. Because it helped me to see that what it was I thought I was doing that was okay. It wasn't. It helped me in the long run. So don't come over talking to me as if I'm public enemy #1, because I'm not. I'm not. Go tell her in a kind of way that she can maybe hear it. And some people you have to give them little small doses. Might have to give them little small until you can get enough, that they can fit on a teaspoon. You might have to give them a little small dosage. But don't just sit back and then see that they're walking into this Mack truck and you just gonna sit back and just watch. Oh yeah, that truck coming. 2 more seconds. 1 more seconds. Boom, she down. What kind of friend was that? What kind of friend was that? It's sad. It's sad. It's so sad to me that some of her so-called supporters can point fingers at different people. I said this at the onset and I'm going to say it again. They can point fingers on other content creators who talk about MA. Not trying to, put her down in a, but who just talking about the things that she's putting up here on YouTube. Or social media, because she got Facebook and some more stuff too, but you refuse to see that this person talking about MA, she goes after people who's so vulnerable, and that's okay with you guys. I'm just glad to be able to say, I'm glad you're not my friend. I'm glad you're not my supporter. I'm not. I'm glad that you're not. Because I can take constructive criticism. I really can. If somebody explain it to me, because again, I will repeat for the third time, or was it the fourth? Sometimes we are unable to see our own mess. Sometimes it takes people who say that they love us or they care about us to point some things out. And if they say it in just that right way, unless we just got hell all up in through us, we're going to receive it. Even if we have to probably sit back for a week or two to consume it, let it sink in. We're going to, if we trying to be a good type of person at the end of the day, we're going to receive it after we process it and said, okay, I've had to do that in my life. I've had to do that with family, friends, associates, but that's how I learned to grow. That's how I learned to grow. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it, because grow we shall. We're on this planet to get lessons. And we have to get those lessons correct. If not, we're doomed to repeat the mess again and again and again. It's like just a dog running at his tail. It goes on. The saga continues. It goes on and on and on. So while I thank you for your comment, I'm not out here trying to be messy. I'm out here trying to impart anything but mess, okay? Anything in the positive except for mess. So you can view me the way you want. That's your prerogative. I have no way of stopping you for thinking the way you want to think. But try thinking right thoughts. Alright guys, I'm going to get on up out of here. I didn't know that I was going to be this long, but thank you if you stayed for the entire video. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you've not subscribed to Sharinabelli, please do so. If you already a subscriber, thank you so very much. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate you. I really and truly do. So I'm going to get on up out of here. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Sharinabelli, please think about doing so. Subscribe, like, or, thumbs up or thumbs down. Share me out. Send me some comments. Okay? And listen, before I get out of here, I got to say this. I want you to love yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Love someone else and tell them as well. Okay? Tell them as well. I love you and I mean it. And it's what? Nothing you can do about it. nothing. Okay? When I say nothing, I do mean nothing. All right? So until the next time, I see you or you see me, or however this thing is supposed to be, I will see you guys on the next video. Let me take another. Mm. It's not cold yet, but it's working on it. Bye, guys.